I'm Hugh Samuel, and I'm gonna draw my life for you. Okay, so where do I begin? I suppose we should start right from birth. I was born a pretty happy little boy. Apparently I was born with quite a bit of hair, and apparently I never cried, so my mum always thought I was dead, and she would keep coming in and checking up on me to see if I was dead. I had an older brother and a younger sister, and I love them both. My brother and I used to share a room, so that was quite fun. We used to get up to mischief together, and we used to play around with a load of our cuddly toys and give them names and take them on adventures and things. Meanwhile, my sister used to scare me half to death. She was next door, and she used to scrape down the wall, which I used to think was monsters under the bed. So I used to cry half the night, and my sister would probably find it very, very funny. I was a pretty boring guy, I think. But I met someone in infant school when I was 5 or 6, and he was the funniest boy I had ever met, and we instantly became best friends. His name was Sam. He inspired me, he made me laugh, and to this day, I owe every single bit of my comedic personality to him. Unfortunately, he passed away in a car crash, and I'll still never forget him. When I went to junior school, I met other friends, and that was nice, except I swore at a teacher, and she didn't like me for that. So, sorry, Mrs. Beale. And then when I went to secondary school, I was kind of the chubby kid, and I went around doing magic tricks to everybody. I'm not sure everybody liked them, because some of the people used to just sort of throw my decks of cards on the floor, but I enjoyed doing magic. I used to like to entertain, and I became a lot more confident about myself because of it. So I then went to college, and I did a photography and media course there, which I didn't really care about. I just did it because I thought it would be funny. I wanted to be a police officer, and I did citizenship and a couple of other subjects, one of them being environmental science, I'm not sure why, which I just slept in the lesson all day, so I think my teacher probably hated me. While I was in college, my parents decided that they wanted to get a divorce, so that was quite a hard time, really. And then the year after I finished college, I worked at a supermarket, and I was extremely demotivated and just wanted to get away. So I applied to go to university, and I chose probably the worst uni on there, just because it was the first one that came up and I wanted to go there. I wanted to get away. So I went there with the intention of drinking and having a really good time, and I chose to do a media production course there just because I thought it would be easier for me. And when I got there, I found that I really enjoyed making films. I was very, very surprised. So I did. I kept making films, and I continued working night shifts at a supermarket, which was extremely boring, but I just used to put my music on my headphones, and I would dance and fill up the shelves. I would just keep dancing. After I finished university, I spent a year working in as many films and media companies as possible for free. I ended up very, very poor and very, very broke, but I still had the passion. Around this sort of time, I discovered Vine. I was making Vines with my friends. I just enjoyed making it. For me, it was an easy way to, be creative in my pocket. It was lovely. I enjoyed it. I was never expecting people to follow me at all. I'm so glad they did. I was offered my very first Vine commission, and I decided to hold off and see what Vine had in store for me. I'm so glad I did, because loads of different media companies showed interest in me and into my film work, and I started getting a lot more acting and filmmaking opportunities alongside of it just because of the Vine attention. So thank you, Vine, for doing that. You know, it means a lot. And to everybody that follows me on Vine, you guys are the best. Thank you for listening, and thank you for tuning in. Thank you to everybody who follows me on Vine and YouTube and watches my stuff. I love you guys so much for doing that. I hope that I can keep making more videos and keep making you smile. So stay fresh.